Welcome back to another episode of Research and Rabbit Holes with your girl, Lauren Nicole, your cousin, sister, friend, and your friendly neighborhood librarian. Today, we are talking about resources for getting your GED, learning English, and or becoming a naturalized citizen. Now, at the time this video comes out, there's definitely some turmoil in the area of that last bullet point, but we're still going to cover it as it is a resource offered by the public library. And in general, this is a safe space and an educational space for everyone. And with that, there are some members of the community that need these services. So please don't be ashamed. If you or someone you know did not finish high school and you need to get your GED, the public library can help you. And if you or someone you know needs assistance learning English, the public library is there for you as well. So today we're going to navigate the Jacksonville Public Library website to those resources to help people from each of these communities with these needs navigate to get that support. And we're just going to jump right in. All right, so here we are on the Jacksonville Public Library website at jaxpubliclibrary.org. I am going to go here to the Lifelong Learning drop-down menu and go all the way to this last option. And it will take you to a page called the Center for Adult Learning at Jacksonville Public Library, where free classes are available for adult learners for passing the GED test, learning English, and becoming a U.S. citizen. And what is really great about these services is that I'll highlight it here. All classes are currently only offered online via Zoom. And what this means is that for the people who are needing this kind of support, you can get it in the privacy of your own home, okay? So scrolling down a little bit, it will tell you about how to get started. If you want to register for any of these classes, there's a little bit of a process. You will have to do an intake appointment is what they call it. And for citizenship classes, you will have to complete a wait list / interest form. So with each of these, you will have to complete a short assessment via that initial intake appointment just to determine the level of need that you have for whatever the service is. And here is some contact information for talking to an instructor, okay? So you have 904-255-6135 during office hours, or you can send an email to jpladultlearning@coj.net. Here are those office hours: 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. The offices are closed over the weekend. Then it even gives you an evening and weekend number that you can call at 904-255-2665. And a little bit about the program, who we are, who we serve, and for those who are looking for ways to support your local library, to support the Center for Adult Learning so that these services can continue to be offered to the community, you have a donation option there. So now we're going to go to this first option. Pass the GED and earn your diploma. So it lets you know that the free lessons include GED Math, GED Reasoning through Language Arts, GED Science, and GED Social Studies. All the classes are online via Zoom for 2 hours twice a week for a 16-week semester. You do have to be a resident of Duval County. You have to be at least 18 years old, and you have to schedule that initial intake appointment. So if you're ready to sign up, these are your instructions. You can either go to the library's event calendar, which we went over in a previous episode, or you can call that number to schedule your virtual appointment, okay? And here's some frequently asked questions, such as, can I go to college with a GED? Will my employer view my diploma differently? What's covered on the GED test? Some questions that, may come up in deciding whether or not this is something you want to pursue, or if you feel that it's worth pursuing. And then just some links on other resources, the other two support services that we're going to cover, and then college and career help, which we're definitely going to cover these resources in future episodes. So that's getting your GED. I encourage anyone who is considering or thinking about it, or you know someone who's thinking about it, you know someone who may not be thinking about it, but maybe you feel that they should consider it, to take advantage of this service, okay? Next, we're looking at learning English. For speakers of other languages, you can take classes to increase your confidence, to increase your ability to communicate with other English speakers. And this can help you just in different aspects, whether it's the workforce or in social settings. Your library offers free classes in English for speakers of other languages. And it says our experienced instructors can help you to improve pronunciation and fluency, increase vocabulary, learn English grammar rules, improve your writing skills, read signs, articles, newsletters, and books. And again, all these classes are offered via Zoom. The same rules apply in terms of eligibility. You must be a Duval County resident, you must be 18 years of age or older, and you must schedule the initial intake appointment. So if you are ready to sign up, remember that phone number that we talked about, and you can follow this link here to schedule an appointment. There's a little bit more information here about what to expect and some frequently asked questions about the program. Tell me more about the teachers. How many people are in a class? Will my classmates have the same level of English skills as me? And when do classes meet? So, more practice speaking English is, if you remember in the episode where we talked about how to find library events, there are events that will be listed on the calendar for different levels of English speaking practice. So, for example, you have the for example, is this conversation essentials for intermediate level students that will be happening virtually on Monday, March the 2nd. So you may have beginner level, intermediate, or more advanced level events, and that is something you can check out the library calendar to find. And remember, you can always filter for the type of event that you need to English speaking. Actually, let me go. And remember, when you're looking at events on that calendar, we can click on event type. Oh, and click on ESOL to filter out for only the English speaking events, which is awesome. Okay. And lastly, we want to look at the process for becoming a U.S. citizen. So, are you on the path to U.S. citizenship? Do you need help preparing for the U.S. naturalization test and interview? The public library offers a free 9-week citizenship class to support immigrants on the path towards United States citizenship. This series is offered 5 to 6 times annually, right? So the process is slightly different here. To express interest in the U.S. citizenship classes, please respond to questions in the form below. So you'll need to fill out this form where it says citizenship course waitlist with your email, your first and last name. Do you have a library card? And, are you 18 or older? And contact information. Okay. Um, This is letting you know how to sign up. It lets you know that there is a course running right now that began on January the 30th that will run until April the 3rd, but the next course will begin on April the 10th and run through June the 5th. There's a note that says staff will reach out to anyone who has joined the wait list when the new course starts and it's time to fill available spots. So if you fill out that form, you will be on the list to be contacted when that next round of courses starts. And so aside from a few of those same links that we saw earlier, that is the process. If you prefer to speak with someone, you can call 904-255-6135. So that same number is for the Center for Adult Learning. You can call that number if you prefer to speak with someone about getting support services in any one of these areas or getting support for someone that you know. So these are really important, and a lot of people don't know that you can go to the library for this kind of support for free. So please check this out. Tell a friend, tell a parent, an aunt, uncle, so a neighbor, anyone that you know that might benefit from these. So those are the 3 support services that I wanted to cover today. If you have any questions, please reach out to those phone numbers. Go to the public library website or look up the phone number of your local public library, and they can help point you in the direction of where you need to go for any of those services. If anybody has a question about something that you would like for me to cover, please feel free to reach out, drop me a comment. And that's all I have for you today. I'll see you next time.